Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Sunny here from Online Sales Funnel Academy. I hope you are having an excellent start of 2019, and I know I'm fired up because I love a fresh start, especially in my online business. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you guys about today is a fresh start. If you're just starting out in your business, or if you already have an existing business that offers different products and services, I think you're going to get some value out of today. Today, I'm going to be talking about a value ladder inside of your online or physical product business. Now, you might have heard this term before, and I know I sure heard it in depth for the first time from Russell Brunson, who did a really great job of talking about it. And I felt like it was something that needed kind of a deep dive, especially to people who are just bringing their company online for the first time or who are wanting to, take their business to the next level. So, what is a value ladder? Well, quite simply put, a value ladder is a series of offers, products, or services inside of your company. Now, these products and services and these offers that you make, they increase in price and value at the same time. And I'll explain what I mean. For example, as you increase your value and you offer your customers more variety and more items, you offer them a better experience with your brand. Now, for example, I like to use fast food as a very just simple kind of example because everybody understands fast food, right? So if you don't know somebody, if they don't know your brand, right, it's your job to not only get their attention, but bring them into your world. And you want to do that by offering something free and of value, especially in the online world. But in the example, let's say you're walking through a food court in a mall, you're going to see someone hand you a food sample. Here, try this chicken, try this piece of food, right? And you try it and you're like, maybe I do want to eat there. That was good, right? Now you are suddenly product aware. And now you're thinking, yeah, I am hungry. Maybe I will get what's on their menu. Okay. So what happens is after that, you go look at the menu and you're like, well, maybe I just want a $1 item, right? That's why, they've got these dollar item menus. Or you can scale up and get maybe I'll call it a fun time meal. I think you guys all know what that really stands for. For maybe $5, right? Or there's an option on the menu where two people can eat for $20, right? You really have an entire ladder of services and products that they're offering. And you want to be able to offer at least the core, what I call the core four in your business or services to be able to ascend your customers up the value ladder of what's inside your business. Now, in another example, now let's say you have a consulting business, right? And you are, now let's take this out of the fast food for a second. Let's say that you have a consulting business and you're running ads online and you're trying to get people interested in your consulting business. So perhaps the first thing that you offer is free blog content, or maybe you're going live on Facebook or you're doing Instagram lives or something like that, right? You're giving free value. You're trying to pull people into your world to make, before you can even begin to talk about your products and services, you have to get them to know you, right? The know, like, and trust. So you need to get them to know you so they have a chance to like you. The last thing that you want to do is walk around and beat your potential customers over the head with your high dollar ticket thing. Hey, buy my $9.97 course. You don't know me. You should buy my course. Do you see the problem? They haven't gone up this staircase to be able to know and like you and emotionally connect with you. So there's a huge disconnect there. So it's your job as the business owner and entrepreneur to make sure that you offer them products and services that nurture them along in this emotional relationship with you. And remember, when you're dealing with people online, you're still dealing with people. At the end of the day, it's humans, emotions, and people. So you have to always keep that in mind. Okay, so what makes a really good low dollar freebie thing, right, that you might give away for value, right? Everybody loves free stuff, and online marketing, it is no different. So the goal of the free thing is to bring them into your brand and into your world. And remember, the immediate goal is to not get a customer. That is something after they know, like, and trust you, that is typically when they go straight to being a customer. I'm not saying they shouldn't, that some people, like 3% of everybody, will be ready to purchase your item. But what you're really doing is you're speaking to that other 97% who don't know and like you yet, who are not ready to spend money online, especially if they don't know who you are, right? So again, we're playing to that 97% down below. So some other ideas that you could do is offer valuable content, such as a PDF, a checklist, an infographic, a list, a checklist, a reminder, video series, all those kinds of things. Much like I'm doing now, I'm offering a podcast, a blog post, and a downloadable PDF, because it is my goal to not only bring you into my world with my content, but to also get you to know me, like me, and trust me. And for sure, later on this year, there will be a product I'm selling. You can count on it. And that's how this process works. So pay attention to how I do it as well, because I'm actually nurturing you through the process in this very moment. So keep this in mind. Your goal is to solve one pertinent problem or pain point that your future customer is having. You want to keep the content simple, easy to consume and relatable. Okay, so what makes a good low ticket item? So now we're talking about the second rung of, let's say there's 4 rungs. So free's at the bottom, and now we're going up a rung to a low ticket item. So after you've created some free value in blog posts and you've got a schedule to do, your free content out into the world, you want to create a low ticket item. Now, there are 3 main reasons that we want to create a low ticket item. And by low ticket, I mean anywhere between $7 and primarily it can go as high as $197 depending on your package, but usually it's between $7 and $47 is the sweet spot. Now, the first reason that we want to do this is because we want your customers to be allowed to experience the next step in your brand, right? So again, you don't want to just have them walk in the door and say, hey, buy my most expensive car over here, right? They're like, whoa, I'm not ready for that. We need to look around first. Like, what else do you have, right? The second thing it offers is it allows you to discover who your paying customers are going to be early on in this process, because it's easier once you have a customer who has purchased in the value ladder. It's really likely that they're going to buy from you again. So it allows you to segment your list early on, and so you can split them off and you'll be able to offer them products and services first later on with a higher conversion rate. Okay? Now, the third and most important part, the reason why you want to offer a free low dollar, or not a free, but a low dollar item, is that it's going to allow you to start being profitable sooner. And it's going to, now pay attention, having a low dollar offer is going to allow you to offset the cost of your marketing efforts. Let me say that again. It's going to allow you to offset the cost of your marketing efforts. So what does that mean in plain English, Sunny? Well, it means if you're running a Facebook ad for $10 a day on Facebook, it's coming out of your bank account, you're paying for that $10. You're running them to a capture page to opt in, right? You're going to want a low dollar something on the next page that says, hey, thanks for downloading my valuable content. Before you go, would you like an opportunity to download my free mini course for $17? Let's just say, right? Or PDF or whatever, before they get to the thank you page. Now, what this does is, as long as it's clean and congruent with your brand and your offer of what you're, the stuff you're talking about, 20 to 30% of everybody will purchase your low dollar thing. So if you have 100 people, let's say you spend $100, you get 100 people to come through to get through your offer to page 2. that means that, let's say 25%, which is 25 people, are going to take this special offer. So if you have 25 people buying at $27, which I don't have my math on at the moment, but as you know, you're going to make back more than what you spent in your advertising, right? And what you do is you roll that money back into your advertising and stay cash flow positive as you're doing your marketing. Now, let's say if you were in a brick and mortar, what's another way that you could do this, right? Like, so if you've got somebody walking around your store and you're trying to figure out how to offer them a something, and you're engaging with them and you're asking, oh, what brings you in today? Is there anything I can help you with? They're, no, I'm just looking. You know, you want to make sure that you weave this in. So this could also be known as an upsell also in the physical product world. So when they get to the cash register and they are trying to, you know, they've got their pair of jeans and something else, or if you're in hair care, let's say they got their, you know, they just got your haircut. I have a prime example of this. The people that do my hair, I have a luxury salon I go to every now and again. When we're done, they walk me, they hold my arm, they walk me over to the counter, and then they show me this huge product display. And they say, Sonny, these are the hair care items we used on you today. The blah, the blah, and the blah. Which of these would you like to take home with you today? Right? And usually I buy, and it's a $45 purchase because I liked how it smelled. I like how it feels in my hair. I now know that I like it, and they are making bank on my upsell, right? So you want to make sure that you're using it whether you're in your physical product. So if you're at the cash register and some people bought some jeans, you say in your clothing store, you say, hey, did you guys know that we're also running a sale on, you know, shorts or shoes that you can get them for $10? You know, go for that extra, you know, that extra sale, because a buyer in motion stays in motion. Okay, next up, we on the third rung of our ladder, of our value ladder, we have our core product. And I would like to do a huge shout out to Steve Larson here from Sales Funnel Radio. He had a very excellent mastermind event that I went to talking about what is a good core product. So if you have an opportunity to follow Stephen Larson and Sales Funnel Radio, you definitely want to head over there. He's got a ton of content and he can do a much deeper dive on this with you. But this is something that he talked about in his mastermind. It says, when you're creating a good core product, it is the one signature item inside of your store or your brand that represents your brand. If you were to take this away from your brand, your brand would fall apart, right? It's your one flagship offer. It's your one core thing you want everybody to purchase, right? Now, let's see, excuse me. So some common examples of core signature products include, for example, maybe if you're a digital marketer, maybe you've got a course that you've come up with that you offer it at maybe $4.97 or $9.97. It could be a done with you, a done for you, or you could have like a mastermind event where like that's your one signature thing that where you make all your money, right? And the reason that the range of this usually starts at $4.97 and kind of caps out at $3,000. It's not that there aren't other products at above $3,000, but if you are trying to purchase them and sell people online, then the technique to getting people to part with more than $3,000 online without talking to them on the phone, it becomes a little bit different. Then your objective would be to hold a webinar to get them on the phone, to close them into the higher ticket package. So, for the primary example here, this is what I meant by this slide was, if you're going to be offering something at your core package and you've got your webinar on autopilot, right? And selling your product for you while you're sleeping, which is what I think a lot of us are looking for, is passive residual income. Then you want to keep your course or item between $4.97 and $3,000. Okay, so at the very tippy top of our of our value ladder, then we've got high ticket products, right? And you don't need to have one when you're first starting out. This is something that after your business gets going, or as you accumulate customers in your core product, they're going to want to spend more money with you and more time with you. So you want to make sure that you have that extra something. It's usually anywhere from 3,000 to 10,000 or 20,000 on the high ticket something. And a lot of times people will do mastermind events where they will say, you know, for $10,000, we're all going to Fiji, or we're all going to the Bahamas or Hawaii, and we're going to do a week-long intensive, and we're going to teach you this and this and this and this and this. It often has to do with private one-on-one coaching, a small mastermind group of some sort, or the destination coaching package, or any variation of all included. Now, the reason that you want to offer this is because if you don't, again, you're robbing your customers of an experience of that next level. Like, so the people who buy from you, they already know, like, and trust you, right? Like, I have a mentor of mine that I love to death. And every time he has an event, I go to it. It's no questions asked. If he were to send an email right this second, I would start having to, get money and or whatever, save up my money, or I'd go click reserve, no questions asked, because I know that the value that he's going to deliver to me is going to be literally life altering, right? And that's how you want to think about your offers with your people. You want to get them in a position where mentally, where you are creating so much value for them that it is literally a no-brainer for them to purchase your next thing from you, no matter what it is that you offer. Now, it's your turn to create your own value ladder. So very simply put, I've created just a little exercise for you here. So if you're listening to this on the podcast later, what I'm doing is asking you to draw some stair steps going up and to the right with at least 4 stairs on it, okay? The very bottom of the ladder is going to be where your free thing is. The second step up is going to be your low ticket item, usually, as we discussed, from $7 to $47. The third step is going to be your core product, anywhere from $497 to $3,000. And at the very tippy top on the number 4 is the high ticket coaching package. And again, if you're just starting out, you don't have to stress out about that very top one. Now, there's all different shades of different offers in between, and this is not an end all be all. It is simply a jumping off point. So whether you already have some items in your store or online business, or you're just getting started, I encourage you to go through this exercise and just draw out your value ladder and really think about how you want your people to experience you inside of your brand. It'll be well worth it in the end, and you'll be thankful that you did. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you would like to get in contact with me, you can always send me an email at sunny@onlinesalesfunnelacademy.com. If you would like to get a free 14-day trial of ClickFunnels, which I'll be teaching more in future episodes, be sure to click the link in the PDF. I want to make sure you guys get a copy of the resource that I had for today. So each week I'm going to be creating a resource that you can download for yourself and hopefully use as a tool. So be sure to click down below and download the resource that's in here for the value ladder. It's a 10-page resource I put together for you. And let me know your comments and your thoughts about today's episode, and let me know if you have any I would love to hear your feedback. So make sure to get a hold of me, and I look forward to seeing you on next week's broadcast. Take care.